Guys, I just wanted to clarify something. I'm just here filming Diary of a Botox Bitch episodes. We've done episodes 1 and 2 today, and also selling merch as oversized. So this is a collab with Pablo Flamingo, a clothing brand here in Los Angeles, and it says my pronouns are Botox Bitch. It's a 50% cotton, 50% polyester, and currently $65. So shipping internationally as well to the UK and Ireland. And I just wanted to say, I'm sorry, because in episode 1 of Diary of a Botox Bitch podcast, and forgive me because my source was, so basically, here's what happened. People were asking me, obviously, to comment on what everyone's doing now from the Real Housewives of Ireland, Dublin Wives, Southside Housewives, whatever the fuck it's called this week. And my favourite person, well, obviously my nemesis was Jodis, Joe, who betrayed me. So she's in my phone as Joe just to remind me of the betrayal. And what she did to me was so terrible. I mean, it was just so awful. I can't even remember anymore, but I know it was really bad. But my real nemesis was a lady called Virginia McCary. And she was, so the British tabloids and the Irish tabloids dubbed me Dr. Botox. And I also hosted a show called 50 Plastic Surgery Shockers, which is like the UK version of Botched, or as I like to call it, 50 Fucked Up Faces. But my real nemesis was a girl called Virginia McCary, and the tabloids dubbed her like heiress to an Irish burger joint, like, you know, Irish Denny's or Irish IHOP or whatever. I mean, fucking spare me. They had 2 cornered fish and chip shops. Let's not lose the run of ourselves. But anyway, so the thing is, on one of the early episodes of the podcast, Diary of a Botox Bitch, on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, I messed up. Firstly, I was asked to bring people up to date on what was going on. And when I Googled her, I found a 2015 article by Barry Egan, who's a very reputable journalist from the Independent newspaper group and the Sunday Indo, which is such a reputable news source. And in the article, it said that, I mean, I'll just read it for you. It just said that it says the Norwegian is in Marbella, which, let's be honest, sunny place for shady people, but whatever, is in Marbella, and claims that things are a lot more complicated than they seem. I mean, you have that here in Beverly Hills all the time. People are like, oh, the FBI are after me for 80 million. It was a misunderstanding. So, you know, misunderstandings happen. So I didn't get myself fully up to date. So in one of the early episodes, and again, we're talking mostly about Maurizio and Kyle and Vanderpump Rules here and what the gossip here on the ground in Beverly Hills is. And we're talking Botox and the fact that I have bruises on my face from filler. So it's really just a small portion of the podcast. But just for anyone who watched it, I messed up. I said in 2015 that it was all nothing. And I thought there was a happy ending. I'm sorry. Thank you also to Susan and Ballinasloe, who sent me the details and the links to the tabloid newspapers. Jesus bless us and save us. Anyway, won't say too much. Everything is basically on the podcast mostly. But what I would say is, I do apologize for not having the information being up to date, because it turns out, and I'm going to don't shoot the messenger. I am just going to read what it says here. I'm not getting involved in any of this now at all, because you know me, I'm not one to stick my nose into things now and be causing trouble. That is not on brand for me. So again, my apologies. Earlier on, I quoted 2015, and I thought that was the end of the whole thing. I thought it was a misunderstanding and everybody lived happily ever after. Anyway, I've just been sent all of these things. Would you believe it? Jesus. It says, and again, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just reading this here from the newspapers, the tabloids. So, I mean, it says fraudster ex Irish reality TV star Virginia McCary is handed over to the... Oh my God, sorry. Fraudster ex of... Oh my God. Fraudster ex of reality TV star, not Virginia McCary, is handed over to the police after 2 years on the run. Jesus. I mean... I'm so sorry again. I completely had this wrong, and that's on me. I didn't do my research at all. I claimed it was all a happy ending, and I've just realised as well that Virginia Macaroni is now she's engaged to somebody else, but from a great family, so I'm really happy for her. And again, people think she's my nemesis. Yeah, she was on the show, but I'm always happy to see her do well, and she looks great. Like, she's nearly 57, 58, I guess, at this stage, and she looks great. And also as well, I don't like the comments saying I didn't support her bikini line, Miss V. I was wearing Miss V all summer long in Quinto del Lago. I would get off the golf course and the first thing I do would be put on a Miss V bikini. Same in Nobu, Malibu. I'd be sitting there having my sashimi in Nobu, Malibu after being on the beach in Malibu all day. And first thing I would be doing is putting on a Miss V bikini. So please don't be coming at me for that. Cease and desist. That is not true. Again, apologies. I did mess up this storyline because I'm just going on to read here. This is the moment. Oh my God, there's a video of this. This is the moment the fugitive ex of former Irish reality TV star Virginia McCary is handed over to the police. So it's, oh my goodness, it says Spanish cops held a convicted fraudster. And again, this is not my words, I'm just reading this. Norwegian last month in the upmarket resort of Marbella. Let's not lose one of ourselves, please. Quinta de Lagos, far more upmarket. It says the 48-year-old has been on the run for more than 2 years. Jesus, I really messed up, so apologies. I have to do an amendment for the next podcast episode, Diary of a Botox Bitch. It says that he's on the run following his release on bail. Norwegian authorities issued a European arrest warrant. Jesus fucking Christ. After he was sentenced to 2 years and 8 months in prison. Jesus Christ. He was always very nice to me on set, to be honest with you. It says 2 officers marched him up the steps of a plane at Malaga Airport. There'll be no business class transfer flight back to Norway for this. 2 undercover Norwegian cops followed the Spanish officers as they led him away, referring to the fugitive only by his initials. A spokesman for National Police said officers handed over Malaga fugitive on the run from Norwegian justice. I think that maybe there's some people in Ireland also, maybe, anyway, I don't know, there was issues. Actually, do you know what, I'm just going to shut up now and say nothing because I don't want the drama. I'm just reading from the newspaper here. He was wanted for a crime of fraud. The fugitive 48-year-old TKD was arrested on January 28 in Marbella on foot of a European arrest warrant. Jesus Christ, imagine getting extradited. Although, do you ever be away when you're younger and you're travelling away and you're in Turkey or somewhere and you're like, oh my God, we spent all our money and we can't ask the parents for any more money, and thinking like, what could you do actually to get sent home? No, I'm kidding. And then it says fashion designer Virginia, who appeared in a show Dublin Housewives, went public only last month. So this is confusing to me. So they were broken up all along, but she didn't tell anyone they had broken up until he got arrested, and then she let everybody know that they were broken up. Is that what happened? Can anyone back in Ireland let me know? Put it in the comments below, because I can't follow any of this at all. Now, the good thing is she is engaged to a really good guy from a really good family now, so that's amazing, and she deserves every happiness. Personally, I don't get the whole thing about marriage. I never got the memo, and there's not a lot a man could give me unless he was bringing to the table like a G650 private jet extended range. The inconvenience of having, like, I don't get it, but like whatever. But anyway, she's engaged to him. But I just wonder what happens if then Norway gets out, and then, anyway, I can't keep up. Is anyone else keeping up with this? Because I can't keep up with it at all. And then we'll go into more discussions on the podcast about it. But then I'm like, and again, and don't get me wrong, because I like her. She was a really good cast member to have. It's super glamorous. Like I said, she must be pushing on 57 or 58 now, and she's stunning. She's stunning. And she was a good nemesis to have. She was kind of fun. But again, the producers cause all the trouble. But it says here they're not together and will never be ever again either. So, I mean, good for her. What I would say as well is people are like, you weren't happy about her engagement. Excuse me now, but I actually sent a massive bouquet of flowers. I mean, do I know if she got it? No, because I just sent it to her last in address. And as it says here, there was like on the run. So, I mean, all I can do is send it. It says he's in custody awaiting extradition. Jesus, does anyone know? Am I the last of the table on this again? I'm just stating it because in episode 1 I thought it was a happy ending, so I had to rectify it and go on record and say that was my bad and I made the mistake, so I'm sorry about that. Diary of a Botox Bitch podcast is dropping on Spotify, Apple, and all the usual spots, and slight delay because some Egypt got her lips done and had a massive bruise, and at this point in time I'm like, actually it doesn't even matter if I have a bruise. I'll just do a little touch up here, and I am going to finish up now. We've recorded 2 episodes of the podcast Diary of a Botox Bitch, and I actually have to be on stage in about an hour in the Valley and doing stand-up comedy. So peace out, and let me know in the comments if anyone can keep up with this, because I can't. And I'll tell you, this would be a great reality TV show if we had Norway getting out. I could see the opening shot now, and then actually I probably should say nothing about this. I'm just going to shut up now. Just going to say nothing. Anyway, watch podcast Diary of a Botox Bitch, and And again, I'm not here to, I just want to put the record straight. I'm just reading the newspapers. Don't shoot the messenger, just reading the newspapers. You know me. Someone goes, you're a reality TV gun for hire. No. I don't cause trouble. Mm-mm.